Hello. I already forgot my intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 9 by 9 This is the Relish in the Moment podcast. I am Alan, and with me is my friend Melo. Finally here.
Damn, you have a whole name? You have a name for this?
Yeah, dude, I've been doing this for a month. I have a podcast. Like, it
Alan,
exists.
you have a podcast?
Dude, like, it already exists. So, hello everyone. I know that this week's is late. Not that anyone cares, it's not like anyone watches this, but I know it's late. Normally I would record and post it on Wednesdays, but I guess this one is going on a Friday. Yeah, so I finally have a guest. Hello there.
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Thank you for having me.
What do you want to talk about?
You're interviewing me.
Well, it's not really an interview. Why would I need to interview you?
So, I'm famous.
Welcome to Relish in the Moment. This is where we talk about wherever we want to do. And we kind of, it's only me, but I'm going to say we because,
Hotter questions and even hotter wings?
Yeah, welcome back to Hot Ones, where we have hot questions and even hotter wings. With me is Melo, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you right now? How are you doing?
Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm in LA.
Oh, I guess my professional assistant
You should fire him.
gave me the wrong papers. Yeah, he's fired right now. So what do you want to talk about? Is there anything new like in the news that we should talk about?
Star Wars.
What do you want to say about Star Wars?
I don't know.
Shall we talk about Marvel? That's really all I talk about on the podcast.
Listen, if they make a 3-hour movie, I wouldn't be mad.
I would be down for it. And like they really are saying that they're considering releasing a 3-hour version, which one would make sense. It would make sense because like there's no reason to cut it down. It's the Avengers and it's like the last Avengers movie. So
what?
Yeah. I mean, like, I can't say for sure, obviously, but, like, it's the last in the trilogy or the story. It's not like they're
I'm sad now.
It's not like they're gonna keep the same Avengers cast. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is not going to continue doing these, and I'm pretty sure Chris Evans is done with them, and a lot of the original cast are starting to like steer away from Marvel. Like it's not new news.
Wow.
So obviously like it's going to be like the last Avengers movie, so might as well go out with a bang. Huh?
I know about Chris Evans not coming back.
Yeah. So
I thought Robert Downey Jr. was doing another one though.
No, he's been trying to get out of it. I'm pretty sure he's tired of doing it. Like, he's getting older now. Like, I don't think he wants to keep putting on a suit and going through all of the movie making of it.
I'll be Iron Man.
Yeah, no one wants you to be Iron Man.
What the hell?
And if they do another Avengers franchise, then it's going to be new Avengers. It's not going to be the classic Avengers. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
Will Thor come back?
Yeah, I think Thor might want one. I think Chris Hemsworth wants to do another movie. I could be wrong, but I think he wants to. Ant-Man hasn't officially been in the Avengers yet until now.
Scarlett Johansson still has to do a movie.
Yeah, they're talking about a Black Widow movie.
Hawkeye can just go because I really don't care about him.
Well, Hawkeye isn't Hawkeye anymore. He's Ronin, and he has a sword, and he's a badass now.
Wow. Changing names now.
Yeah, they do it all the time. He did it in the comics, actually. After, I think
it's Robin now? They can just go from Robin to Nightwing?
Yeah.
That's not okay. You have to ask permission first.
It's very okay, though. They've done it before a lot of times. I want to see, like, a Nova movie or a Namor movie, because no one really knows about them yet.
I think we just need to get, what's his face? Adam Warlock into the MCU.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Daniel was actually telling me about that. He was like, oh, Melo's talking about this, like, Warlock character. I saw this video a while ago that was like, it was this, like, girl, and she was, like, worried about, like, Captain Marvel not being good, and she was like, I don't want a female character that's just going to be like, oh, I'm a girl and I have all these powers and I'm a female hero without actually doing anything. And then she went through all of the current characters like Tony Stark, and like she was saying like, oh, there was this guy that was selling military stuff and he's seen all of his faults, and like he got backstabbed by this guy, and then he had like this like revelation and redemption, and like she went through all of the Avengers, and then she's like, and I don't want Captain Marvel to just be like coming in here and saving the day just because she has all these powers. And that kind of got me worried, because looking at the trailers, like she's pretty right. Like nothing from the trailers shows this character as like she's going through an actual like heroic arc, like a story arc.
Well, they should have done, instead of doing Captain Marvel, they should have stuck to the comic book and done Adam Warlock, because Adam Warlock is the reason why they defeat Thanos. A big reason why they defeat Thanos. I don't even think Captain Marvel was in the comic.
I'm pretty sure she was.
I don't remember seeing her anywhere. Nah, I gotta look.
Well, the thing is with Adam Warlock, they didn't have enough time for him, and he's honestly not that big of a character in terms of the overall Marvel story arc. Like, he's not that big of an important part to Marvel as Captain Marvel is. He's really...
I didn't know who Captain Marvel was until now.
Yeah, but that's because you're, like, barely a fan. I don't argue about it, you know. Yeah, I know. I know. We all know. All of my thousands of viewers know. Any other news though? Anything that's coming to mind? It's really difficult doing these, you know? Like, it's not easy. We always talk about how easy it is to just come up with a podcast, but no one really understands that it's really difficult to just keep on talking when you're like being recorded. Especially the way we talk. We talk with a lot of pauses in between our words and like between our sentences, and we pause a lot just in general in our conversations. So it's not that easy. We really need to get used to doing all of this, and Steven wants to...
we're professional.
Oh my, you always say things like that and it just irritates me. Like Steven, I don't know how Steven's gonna perform in a podcast, especially the way all of his like mannerisms, like he always, I mean, I don't want to be spilling any tea right now, especially without him being here.
Spill it.
No, I prefer to do it in front of his face. How about we talk about that though? How about we talk about like the potential for a group podcast? Because even when was that? When I went to the mall with Kevin, we were in the car and we were like how are we going to set it up, and like where are we going to do it? And obviously like if we're going to do it at anyone's house, it's most likely yours as the best option. And then I said like if we are going to do it at your house, then we're probably going to have to wait until you get your PC, because that's probably how we're going to record it, because there's no way I'm gonna be bringing my PC over to your house just to do the podcast and then bringing it back and setting it up back at my house and then dismantling it again just to go back to your house. So we're gonna have to wait for you. And then he was questioning like I want to do a full like Joe Rogan kind of setup, like we'll have a table and we'll each have like a separate mic. And Kevin was like, no, we'll just have one mic and we'll all just talk into it. And I was saying like that's kind of stupid, because we're all just gonna be yelling into one mic. That just doesn't work. Like, I know from experience, having a mic, you really need it right up to your mouth to get like a solid like Okay, I'm cutting that out. No one's gonna know about that, because I'm going to cut that out. No,
well, I was asking if that's how you got it.
See, some of us actually care about audio quality, and some of us actually like...
You said have it close to your mouth, so I did it.
No, not in your freaking mouth. But yeah, we're probably gonna have like a table, and we're gonna have like 4 microphones, or you know, however many people are going to be with us. And then we're going to need an interface, and I already know like how to set that up. You just plug them in and then plug the interface into the computer, and then it's all set up. And yeah, all we really need is space, and once we get that, I can get the equipment for us and set it up, but then obviously we need to have like our performance ready, cuz there's no way, cuz as much as we like each other, honestly, I don't think anyone would enjoy listening and on how we normally talk to each other.
Why? Are we not funny enough? Is
I'm
that it?
I'm pretty sure. I'm very sure. But obviously, like, that's whatever. We'll just make it anyways and see how people react.
Listen, if they think Logan Paul and Jake Paul are good, then we're freaking like gods.
Okay.
Because
See
have you
when
seen them?
yeah, but
Have you
see
seen them?
when you say things like that, the normal person looks at you and like shakes their head and like
Disappointed.
they're disappointed in you because
Well, I'm disappointed at them for being disappointed at me.
the types of people that watch Logan and Jake Paul are people
Our
like
little
Logan
kids.
and Jake Paul. Like they have the same attitude as Logan and Jake Paul. No one else
Spit on
has
them.
no one else talks like us. No one else like has the same attitudes as us. That's
Edgy
like
kids do.
I'm not edgy. I'm not edgy.
Our attitude are very edgy.
But yeah, like and I don't think anyone's going to want to watch us, which is why I'm worried about why we want to do this. Because like I've been doing this for a long time and nobody wants to watch me, and I think I'm the most normal out of us as far as like talking and like the things we say to each other.
Who's
Are
the least normal?
Steven. Maybe Kevin. Kevin, like, he's charming in person, but I feel like if you were to just listen to his voice and the way he talks,
You pick at his brain.
yeah,
You see some dark stuff in there.
you'd see, like, I don't know, like, I'd want to just stay away from him if I was just listening to him. But then, like, when you see, like, obviously when he goes up to random people in person, you see that that's just a charming act of his. And like I've seen like when he went up to the lady at Chick-fil-A and he was like, yeah, can I get, or is there more Chick-fil-A sauce, I'm asking for a friend. Like the lady was smiling and like, like he's charming in that way. But like in person, us talking to each other alone, I don't know how other people are
problem.
going to be responsive of that. I don't know how people are going to respond. Should I dig into my notes of things that we should talk about on the podcast, or should I wait to talk about this stuff when we have all four of us?
I mean, what are the notes?
Let's see. What's one that we can talk about, just two of us?
Wrestling.
Do you want to talk about wrestling? I haven't. I don't think I watched this week's shows yet, so
Me neither.
yeah.
Well, I did on YouTube. I don't watch the shows. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I try to watch the full show because there's a lot that the highlights don't show you. Like, you didn't.
Mhm.
Wait, is the part that I sent you on Snapchat on YouTube with Ronda
crap.
Rousey, like the match with Bailey?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
But those parts, like the way she like
Oh, the
poorly handled the
uh,
ropes and the way she fell off of the turnbuckle.
yeah, I think I was. Yeah, because I watched it on the TV.
Oh,
I remember watching it on TV. So yeah.
so I feel like if I was in charge, I would cut those out.
Well, it's a short match, so you can't. If they cut it out, it'll be like a minute long,
That match, yeah, it was like a 5-minute match.
and they're not
I don't
gonna
know,
show
it was-
everything.
I would cut out when she was like falling off of the ring and like not following the choreography with Bailey.
I would just take the championship away from her to teach her a lesson, but that's just me.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's what they're gonna do, especially the way they're handling Becky.
Well, she's planning on leaving after WrestleMania.
Really?
So,
Is she really?
yeah. Are you didn't hear?
No?
So she told WWE that she wants to start a family with her husband, and well, she said soon that she wants to do that soon, and she's also having like family problems, like with her, not her husband, but like just like her part of the other family.
Yeah.
because they don't approve of her like fighting, I guess.
What?
I don't know why or something like that. She was just crying about it. Saw a video of it. So she wants to. She said that this wasn't a long term. That it was always gonna be a short term. But I don't understand why she would sign a 4-year deal if it was a short term. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I feel like right
But
now is a poor time to leave, though. Like, she's really in her prime right now.
honestly, I think she's only leaving because they probably told her that she's gonna lose to Becky, and she's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna go into depression again and leave because that's what she did twice in the UFC. She just
Oh,
left
wait.
because she lost.
Wait, who are we talking about right now? Because I'm talking about Becky.
Talking about Ronda.
Oh, I was talking about Becky.
No, Ronda's leaving.
Oh. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, not Becky.
Oh, you said that and I was thinking, like, why would Becky leave? Oh, no, yeah, that makes sense for Ronda to want to leave soon. I think,
I honestly think she's leaving because she knows she's gonna lose. She doesn't like losing.
yeah, but that's part of wrestling. Yeah, I was thinking, like, yeah, why would, I mean, I guess if Becky wants to leave, then I wouldn't want that,
She
but
can't leave.
yeah, well, that's what I was thinking that you were saying, like, what, it would be a bad time for Becky to want to leave right now because she's at the top of her game right now. Like, she's in her prime. I don't think she's ever been this popular than now. It does make sense that Ronda would want to leave, though. Like, I feel like she's already done everything. She's been champion. She's done more in her 1 year than anyone else has done, really. She's done more than Natalia, which is really sad. But I feel like Natalia right now she has that veteran, like, title, but she can't do anything right now with that because there's way too much competition. That's like if Kurt Angle wanted to be a champion right now. Like, there's, like, yeah, you're a veteran and everyone respects you for that, but there's way too much potential right now on the...
Honestly, Kurt Angle just needs to like leave. Like I just feel bad at this point.
I didn't even realize that he still had an active contract.
So in Raw, he comes out and it looks like he's gonna retire, and then all of a sudden Baron Corbin comes out and just like starts talking to, usual Baron Corbin,
Yeah.
saying like, oh, we don't care what you say, whatever. And then Drew comes out, and that's when I got pissed off because we're really making a storyline with Baron and Drew.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then to attack Kurt, like who cares? And then Braun Strowman comes out, and then at that point I was just over it. And then now they're having a storyline with them four, which is the stupidest storyline they have right now because no one wants to see Drew in that storyline. Kurt shouldn't even be in a storyline because Kurt shouldn't even be in the WWE anymore unless he's like a manager or something, but not as an active wrestler. Braun, I don't care for Braun anymore.
Yeah,
and Baron,
Braun's fallen off.
And Baron, I never cared for him.
I actually liked his constable title, but after that, yeah, they kind of fell apart with that.
The reason why I didn't like his angle with him was because he doesn't know how to speak. You can tell when he speaks that is strictly off a script, and he doesn't make it sound believable. He just sounds like a robot speaking, and I hated that. And then all the matches that he created was just stupid. I know it's not his fault, but like,
yeah,
they made
the character.
Yeah, they could have done a lot with it. Like he at first that was kind of cool, but then kept dragging on. And dragging, and then started just putting Bobby Lashley and Drew and Braun. That's just a bunch of nonsense, and just, but what do I know? I should just be higher for the WWE.
But what do we know? You want to just rebrand the podcast to that? What do we know? Or maybe we'll just make a separate podcast with just us two, and we're talking about wrestling, and we'll call it What Do We Know?
Charlotte entering the making it a triple threat. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not.
Becky and Ronda.
Oh, really?
That's like what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
I'm on the fence. Like, I know, because Charlotte's just that good that she can make anything like really good. But yeah. I feel like Becky and Ronda right now just feels nice. Just feels like it feels like a really good feud that we don't I don't know if we need Charlotte in it.
Yeah. I think what they
I mean,
could
match wise, it
do.
will add an extra like flair. Have
Oh, pun.
unintended, you see. But I don't know, storyline wise, it's just like kind of like I mean, there's a storyline there, but like I feel like giving her another loss, especially in WrestleMania, is kind of. And then if she ends up winning, that's just gonna piss me off.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. What they could do, and I'm just spitballing here, I'm just brainstorming here, is after Elimination Chamber, when they decide on who's gonna be the women's tag team champs, right?
Hmm.
They do a storyline involving the entire women's roster, SmackDown and Raw, where it's the four horsewomen versus everyone.
Just everyone.
Yeah, because there's that the tag team is going to have to travel on both rosters, right?
Yeah.
That only makes
And
sense.
there's only one.
So, you do something with that,
I just want to know
incorporate the
how
four
that's gonna
horsewomen.
work.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I feel like they should have one unified champion for WWE Championship and just get rid of the Universal Championship and just have one traveling like champion for both, but I don't know. But for
There's
the
a lot of
women's,
titles right now.
yeah. But I guess for the women's tag team, I guess they would just have to be traveling between both rosters. It only makes sense that way. But like, incorporate the four horsewomen, especially since lately, have you seen how they've, like when Becky went to Raw, she held up the four, and Bailey
Yeah.
did it too?
And then Sasha did
They could be doing
in
that.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that's the plan, and then they want to bring up Shayna Baszler
Oh, and all of
and the
the
two other
MMA
ones.
girls.
Yeah, because they call themselves the Four Horsewomen too. For what I've seen with the not Shayna, but the other two, they're not ready to be called up
Yeah.
to do like a big match like that. They're still like they're good, obviously, because they're in the MMA, but they're not,
They're not wrestlers.
WWE. Yeah,
Yeah, I get you. Hell, even
Shayna
Ronda's
is.
not ready.
Shayna's really good.
Ronda's not even ready.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's ready, but she just needs to like stop caring about everyone.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when the crowd just boos her, she gets irritated.
Yeah, she
And she
gave
just needs
up.
to learn
I
how
saw
to.
that. I saw that promo. She just gave up and started pointing to the sign.
She just cares too much about people liking her, and that's her problem.
Yeah.
People aren't gonna like you. Look at Roman. No one liked him. He still went out there and like.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
one really liked him, but I mean, as time went on, people still respected him.
Debatable.
What the
That's
hell? Like you
I'm just
what?
kidding. Damn,
What
it
in
was a
the
freaking
world?
prank. The cameras are
God.
freaking everywhere.
Oh, are they right there? Oh, hey, what's up? Hi, world.
Right now, I'm invested in.
Casey Catanzaro.
What's her name? Why am I forgetting her name? I'm getting pissed off right now.
Chelsea, what's her name?
No, Naya.
Naya. Ooh.
I think what she's doing right now with like the men's,
Yeah.
that's pretty
There-
intriguing.
There's potential there.
And they wanna bring intergender fighting again, and Naya's the one for that.
Yeah. And Tamina.
To me, it's boring.
What the hell? She could.
I don't really like Tamina.
What the hell?
Just kind of there. I don't really
I
like her.
mean, well, yeah, because no one's tried to develop her yet. Imagine her going into the men's roster and like being all like respectful for her dad and stuff, and like paying tribute to her dad and like beating everyone's asses. I feel like that could work.
I think they just need to keep her away from Naya. I think that duo right there just not working.
I mean, they're going to
'Cause you said
Elimination
Naya's,
Chamber.
like-
They won their tag
Yeah.
team match.
Because Naya's like up here, and then Tamina's down there, so it feels like Naya's just carrying her, which she is. She doesn't even get the mic. I don't remember even hearing her voice in a while.
Yeah, I don't think she's spoke since Sasha Banks was introduced, like
Yeah.
way back when with Naomi.
Speaking of Elimination Chamber, who do you think's gonna win for tag team?
See, I don't know. Story-wise, I feel like if they do give it to Sasha and Bailey, they might be shooting themselves in the foot for a little bit, because I feel like from there they can't really do much as far as like pushing anyone else over, because you really can't push anyone else over them. Brand wise, I think giving it to the Iconics would make the most sense, because they're not exactly the toughest two, but also, so like if you wanted to drop it to someone else, like you could, because they look like they can be beat pretty easily, but also like having them to come out and like somehow pulling out the win and having it be together, I feel like that would make a really big pop at Elimination Chamber, just seeing just these two Australian girls like make it.
And they're the only like actual team too.
Yeah.
Because the other ones were just made up recently, but they're the only actual tag team.
And also story-wise, like the fact that they've been together their entire careers. So you can play into that, and that would be like even more reason to give them the championships.
And they're hilarious.
And they're really funny.
I want the Iconics to win.
Yeah, so I think I think in general, they're the ones that people want to win too. So it's not like it's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're gonna win, because I feel like they want Nia and Tamina to win, just to like create that heat for Nia. But I could see them give it to Sasha and Bailey, because like the whole storyline they had because of them fighting crap.
Yeah.
And then finally getting back together and being friends, and then win it all.
Yeah.
So I think Bailey and Sasha will win, most likely, if not Tamina and Nia.
I mean, it also depends on what they're planning, because, you know, right now it doesn't seem like they have a plan.
Yeah, it's like they're just
so we really have
here
to see what they're planning on doing past Elimination Chamber. Who do you think who do you think's gonna win the men's and challenge Daniel Bryan?
Well, Daniel Bryan's in the match too. It's for the title. Yeah. That's why I think Daniel Bryan's gonna win. It's an obvious choice.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He's defending it.
Oh.
Because that's the only title that's being defended, besides like probably Intercontinental with Finn Balor. And R-Truth doesn't have a feud right now, so.
Oh yeah. R-Truth. That was funny. I wasn't even paying attention to it, because it was like I already saw what the result was, but it was kind of funny watching it.
But I mean, Daniel Bryan's gonna win, obviously. But I hope Samoa Joe looks good in that match, so they can start pushing him the right way.
So then what do you think his plan is going to be for WrestleMania?
Honestly, I don't know. Because what babyface good enough to be in WrestleMania for the title?
That's my freaking issue with WWE right now. They're not pushing any serious baby faces right now.
Like, the only one I can see, and I don't know if it's too early for that, it's Mustafa Ali.
Oh, it is very early right now. It's very early in his career.
Way too early for that.
Yeah.
I mean, not too early in his career, but like in his, main roster.
Yeah. Because they just brought him up to main roster. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But that's the only one that they could actually. I mean, they could put John Cena there, maybe. But it's not.
Yeah, it's weird.
Regardless, I still see him retaining at WrestleMania, regardless who he versus.
Yeah.
Considering there is no feud either, that basically tells you he's retaining at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's sad. They really need to get their act together.
I mean, but Andrade's not a heel. I mean, he's not a face. He's a heel. And I don't think they want to do heel versus heel in WrestleMania. Seth and Brock. I don't know who's gonna win. Like you say, Seth Rollins, but then Vince McMahon can literally on the last second be like, no, let's just sign Brock again.
Yeah, they've done that.
Champion. Yeah, they were supposed to do that in WrestleMania. What happened? She retained.
Yeah, I don't know what would happen at WrestleMania with Brock and Seth. If anything, I would want. See, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I wanted, when Royal Rumble ended, I wanted Seth to challenge Daniel Bryan
Mhm.
so that
It would have made more sense. It would have made a lot more sense
so that
considering he's a babyface.
you could push a Finn Balor storyline and
Mhm.
like because he was so close and you could really lean into that. Imagine him like going through this like mental story where he's like, all I had to do was push a little bit harder and I could have beaten him. And then you really push that further and further into WrestleMania until he becomes Demon King, Finn Balor.
Mhm.
But, you know, what do I know?
Honestly, we should just be writers. Because
Sure.
they did have a storyline with Brock already with Seth because of WrestleMania when he cashed in. But like I mean, you had a solid baby face that everyone loves versus a heel face. I mean, a heel that everyone loves, and both of them are really good at the ring. So you know that we're gonna get a good match. But I think people would. Well, I don't even think people would be upset if Rollins would have lost because still Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And if Daniel Bryan won, people would still not be upset.
Yeah, I don't
And
understand why they're not pushing Finn as much as they should be, because Finn knows how to work, especially at Royal Rumble, like he showed that.
yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna win the Intercontinental Championship. I think they want to push him there first before they. Honestly, I don't know.
And then,
But I think
ooh,
he's beating Bobby.
I think they need to adopt the what's it called? Option C. You know about Option C?
No.
So I think it was created by Austin Aries back in like TNA, but it would be like the lower title, whoever was champion could like turn that in for an opportunity at the bigger championship. And I think they should adopt that, and like, so if Finn Balor does win the Intercontinental, then they could be like Finn turns that in for a chance at Brock Lesnar.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
I don't know like what the legal parts of that is, because I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you can just name it something else. You don't have to
Yeah.
say that.
But like still there are a lot of things that TNA did that really broke a lot of barriers and stuff that WWE wouldn't touch, because I assume that there's some intellectual property rights going on.
Because if you look at like what New Japan does, they don't do like a Money in the Bank thing. They do like a whole tournament and like the G1 Climax, where it's a whole tournament and then you get the briefcase when you win the whole tournament and you get the title, a chance for the title. So they should maybe just do something different.
There are a lot of things that WWE can change up and make things interesting, but I don't think
they don't like going outside the box.
I don't think Vince wants to try anything, and I don't think anyone wants to suggest anything to him.
I bet Triple H has like suggested so many good things.
Oh, definitely.
And he just said, no,
definitely.
That's not good enough. I just can't wait till he finally like steps back and just like lets Triple H do everything. Because NXT is so good. It's so good. Yeah. And the fact that it's only an hour long, it gives like, you know, I think Raw shouldn't be 3 hours. I think it should be 2 hours, just like SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then we start throwing matches in there that don't even make sense and nobody even wants to see.
Yeah, they made a huge mistake when they extended Raw. But
you should
also
only do that in like special events.
I feel like back when they did extend it, like way back, they did it because Raw was actually getting pretty good. But since then, the product just has gone downhill, so they really do need to revert back to 2 hours. And it's not even like
SmackDown's good.
Like if you look at the Hulu cut, both of them end up being an hour and a half. So obviously there's so much in Raw that doesn't matter and gets cut out anyways. I don't know.
SmackDown's going back to Friday nights.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Friday night SmackDown.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it makes sense too, like having one at the beginning of the week and then one at the end.
You know what they should bring back? The Fist.
The Fist?
Yeah.
Oh, the Fist in the entrance?
Yeah. They should bring that back.
Yeah. I mean, they have an opportunity to bring a lot of old school stuff back, but they don't.
Bring that back. Bring the pyro back.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
How you could limit the... Well, they have a bunch of money. I think they're the richest they've ever been, considering the Saudi Arabia deal that they just made. They're swimming in money. They're just cheap. Yeah. And I'm not even saying like give pyro to every single wrestler. I would give, like Brock definitely needs his pyro, especially when he jumps. That's fresh. Bobby does the same thing. So I think
Bobby.
it only makes sense to give it to Bobby. Seth definitely needs it when it's going to burn it down. Just a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
fire comes out. Finn.
Really? Does Finn need it? I feel like Finn's
I don't know
entrance
when
works
he
really well with just lights.
yeah. Or give him just a bunch of smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Makes sense.
that works out.
Kane, if he ever shows up, Kane definitely. He was better when he had the fire. It made it exciting, even though he's
Mm-hmm.
not really. But he shouldn't be in the ring regardless. Yeah, I mean, like obviously, just select a couple wrestlers to have pyro and just give it to them. It doesn't even have to be like before that everyone had it. Like if you're really worried about not spending money that you have, just give it to the people that actually need it. Well, not need it, but like that
Would
makes it
benefit
look
from.
cooler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get you.
which I think Brock definitely benefits from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give it to the main eventers. I feel like that would be a main
Yeah,
event perk. And so like you actually know who's the big guys versus the mid carders who don't get anything because they're whack.
you're not cool enough. I
Yeah.
don't think Charlotte and Becky don't need pyro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why they would have pyro. They don't do anything.
Or
I mean, Ric Flair didn't have
if they give
pyro.
Becky a different entrance, and then she could make
Yeah,
use
and
of
that's different.
pyro. Yeah, but her current thing, yeah, she doesn't really need it. Yeah.
I feel like Naomi could look cool with pyro. Like
Naomi?
when she slides down the ramp, there's a bunch of like
Mm.
colorful,
Oh yeah, just like
trippy.
a smoke thing.
Yeah,
Like a bunch of colorful like Instagram smoke.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Her entrance is also in the dark too, so it would have to be
Well,
like
yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like when she slides down the ramp, and then all those colors come out. That's when you do it.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that idea.
So
Alright.
she's a mid card, so she's whack.
You wanna end it off? You wanna start ending it up and ending I don't know what the word. Winding down? You wanna wind it down?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you everyone for listening in. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I don't even
Subscribe.
think I don't even know how I outro these normally. I just usually cut it off and say goodbye. You wanna say goodbye?
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.